Yo guys, welcome back to the Ajax Homegrown save. This episode is the end of season 2 recap. So let's jump straight into that and sort of go through the players and the teams. If there's anything you want me to include, drop it in the comments below. Right, I don't know why I'm on the screen, so let's go to the inbox. I had a couple of emails I wanted to show. If I can find them. No, that's manager year shortlist. They haven't come in yet. Getting new youth upgrades, which is nice. 8 months to complete, which is a little bit frustrating. Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. Should have found this before I turned this on, really. End of season review in terms of what the board said. Match of the season was 2-0 winning against NEC, which is strange. I thought we had some better matches than that. Moment to forget was the 3-1 loss to FC 20, and I'm sitting until my chin's out of shot. I keep doing it, I don't know why. In terms of everything, we've done quite well. Knockout on the group stages, which is what the board wanted, so we got there. They wanted second round in the Europa League. We got to the semi-final. Jobs are good in there. Won the Eredivisie, which they wanted. Fine, dandy. And we lost in the semi-final of the Cup to Twente, who went on and won it in the end. So I wasn't too fussed about that. We filled 93% of the stadium this year. I honestly thought it was going to be more than that. We were having 50k games all the time. So obviously we're only 46 off. What was our actual? What was our highest attendance this season? Where is it going to be? It's in stats, isn't it? Team overview. No, it's in team detail actually. Where is it on here? Passes completed. We had the highest amount of passes by a good 200. Dribbles 27 per game. Fouls against. We draw the most shots on target as well. Only by 6, but it's not bad. We've dominated quite a lot of the stats this season, so I'm quite happy with how we've been doing. Conceded from corner 1. Don't think that's right. Penalties conceded. We didn't have a single penalty given against us in the league. Oh, okay. Average attendance is 99.56. 4,000 more, 3,000 more than Feyenoord. So what is our highest potential? Is 53k. So that's pretty decent. I don't know what our stadium actually holds. Quite a lot of money in the bank as well, so that's even better. If we can keep filling the stadium out, it's going to just keep going up. Facilities, Amsterdam Stadium, we pay 4.3 million rent per year. Okay, we only hold 43346, so can we buy that maybe? Pay so much rent, we may as well buy it if we can. Stadium, build new or expand. Okay, we can't buy the current stadium, but we can expand it, yet we're paying rent on it. So, okay. Leave it to it. It's not causing us any problem. We make loads of money a year anyway. So, a little bit dilly-dallying on there. So, let's get into the squad. In terms of the team, let's filter these around. Let's go positions, take all these off, and we'll just go through the positions as they come. First of all, goalkeeper, and Boer hardly played. He started off the season, I think he played like 1 or 2 at the start of the year. I have a feeling it's like right at the start of the season, but he then went off the boil a little bit form. But it doesn't even have his last game played. It must have been really early on in the season. But Drummond came in, took over from him. Everyone's unhappy because of Robin when I didn't do anything to him, so they're just annoyed. He played 51 games overall, 6.88 average rating. He valued at 1.2. We got him quite cheap as well. I think we got him for 1.4, so he's working to his value. Because he's 30 and 31, so 1 a game, pretty much. So that's not bad in the league. 6.9 average rating, 10 clean sheets, 54 and 51 overall. So it really is like 1.1 per game. So I'm actually really happy with that. It's a good return for a goalie. Anywhere near a 7, I'm very happy with. Okay, that's last season. I thought I was Ball then. But with Ball retiring, we needed someone to step up, and he's actually done the job quite well. We've got a youngster, which I'll show you after, who came in our youth intake, and we'll show you him, who I think is going to be the successor to Drommel as well. So we'll see on that one, and really try. So in terms of goalkeeper wise, we're quite set for next year. He can still technically improve. Definitely got some attributes he can improve. Is electricity. That one is what bugs me a lot, because he does stupid stuff, but all keepers do stupid stuff from time to time. But he's just doing it in games that matter. That's the annoying bit. So that's mainly our goalkeepers. I think we've got a fairly decent. If we bring the B team up and the under-21 team, we'll actually go through who we've got in terms of potential wise. We've got two who are really good, who can take over from Drommel. First one being Cohen Peters, came in last season, who was, where did we nick him off? Nick him off someone. Vites, 575k. Looks like he's going to be a pretty decent keeper, at least a backup to someone. So definitely can improve. He can get a load of game times. I might get him out on loan next season somewhere. Didn't play a lot, which is disappointing. But the one that I am really looking forward to, who's coming this year, he's learning from Bora at the moment. He can get to 5-star. He looks like a beast. He's 16 and he already looks quite decent. He's got 16 determination. His free kick taking is 11, isn't there? So he's 6'5" for a 16-year-old. That's huge. When I was 16, I was only 5'4" or something. Was I coming up to 5 foot? Yeah, it must have been somewhere between 5'4" and 5'6" at that time. But he's a pretty decent goalkeeper already. And what I love is eccentricity is a 1, so he's not going to do stupid stuff. It's brilliant. And definitely can improve. He's been tutored by Ball at the minute, because his, what was it, attribute changes. What was his determination before? It was 14. It's gone up to a 16, so I'm quite happy with that. I keep clicking out, but decent play. He's definitely going to be the one I'm looking for to take over from Drommel. Let's actually compare them now to what they're like. Really, mentally, he's already better than him. Speed, he's almost there. Shot stopping, that can go up. Distribution can go up. His aerial can go up a bit. As long as that stays where it is, because it's right down low, I'm fine with it. And his communication can go up, so he's just going to get better and better. So, as you can see, what a player he's going to be at this age. He's almost rivaling what Drommel is now. It's like, great, get him in and around the first team. Get him in the Juniper League. I don't know where do I have him? Move to B team, move him up a division, get him some higher football in the Juniper League. Definitely going to be one to watch. So let's get rid of those now. And with Ball retiring, he's going to be the one I'm really going to be looking to. So let's start in the defence. Where do we start? Right back is probably going to place. Tete was our main right back. Who else played that? Owusu. So okay, I'm now remembering who's playing where a bit more. Tete, excellent player. Signed a new contract this year till 2022. He got 16.25 million release fee, which I didn't want to put in, but he was arguing it. So it's like, right, okay, have it. But decent player, did well. Over 41 games, 7.22 average rating is pretty decent for a right back. Didn't get many assists, but only got the 2 and 23 league games. So disappointing there, but definitely he can improve. And he's only 22, so he's got plenty of years ahead of him. And again, can't really wait and see what's his long-term plan. He says thinks Rob N is right. The squad lacks depth. Yes, that's what the transfer window now is going to be, is sorting out the depth. He was pressured by the interest in him. Okay, cover from injury. Class as a good player. Who's interested in him? Liverpool, Shackle, West Ham. Right. Okay. If they match that, he's going. And valued at 5, it's probably highly likely he will be. Owusu's wanted as well by Alkmaar, who again came in, was decent backup, 7.21 over 16 games. Pretty decent for a backup, so quite happy. And again, two good little right backs we've got. Overview. Tete's better than defensive. Tete's better overall, but they're about the same age, 21, 22. But Owusu is a decent backup, does the job when needed. And quite pleasing, really. Got a good, solid sort of fullback line. So we'll move over to left back with Shoot, and who started there? Dykes started over there, and then it went to Van der Shoot because I wanted to give him game time. He played 26 still, 6.99 average rating. Again, 25, a little bit older, good centre back, good right back, left back. I'll get the side right in a minute. Really good player, quite pleasing to have him, and he's just going to be not getting as much game time because Van der Shoot's come straight into the first team. Really, this sort of second half of the season, and he's done brilliantly. He was playing Champions League football against Man United, and it's like, wow, okay. Mentally, he's just fantastic. Got him onto a new contract till 2020, so 2 years plus 3 years extension, as and when I want it, which I can't trigger yet. So he's staying for the foreseeable future. And if his agent comes in, I'm going to tell him to bugger off. And he's seeing this contract up to that at least, and then I'll get him on another one. But yeah, just amazing. If we compare the two together, he's already better at defending than Dykes anyway. His physical's better, his speed isn't as good, his vision and that, but he's got some areas, but he's only 17. He's already playing first team football for me, and he's going to be playing first team football for me for the foreseeable future. And played the same amount of games. Average rating's a little bit lower, but he's young, he's going to learn. So I'm not too fussed about that. And did he get any assists this year? Assists, 1 in the Europa League, 1 in the Eredivisie, 2 in the European Cup, so not too bad. He's going to be pretty much our left back for now till the end of the save, I hope, as long as we can keep hold of him. Excellent little player we've got there. Not getting enough coaching time where? Oh no, wrong one. During defensive coaching. Right, okay. Well, forget this bit because they've not been happy after January because they've just been a pain in the ass, really. In terms of our defence, starting is Riedewald. Excellent player. Captain, he's about to sign a new deal as well. He's wanted by City, Milan and Atletico Madrid, which is annoying. But we'll see if we can get him on a new contract, and if anyone comes in for him, then hopefully with him signing a new deal, he might just have him to bugger off. St. Justi is, again, the other one, work well together. Starting pair pretty much all season. Very well complement each other. Very similar sort of players, but they're both young, 21 each, and it's pretty much the Dutch centre-back partnership for the future. With having Matthias as backup, he just fits in well when one of them's out. If we just compare him to, say, Riedewald, they are still very similar players. Matthias is a little bit younger, being 18 and they're 21, but he's going to grow, get first. He's still got 21 games this year, and he got 2 goals and 5 yellow cards in those games, but he's going to just keep getting better and become a number 1 centre-back here for us. Yeah, I think that's about it in terms of our centre-backs we played. Did we have anyone else we played centre-back? Vike ever was there? I think he played 1. He only played 8 games this season. Didn't play much at all. Same with Sinkgraven, hardly played 2 games. 7 games total, so they're probably going to both move on. They're on 20 grand and probably move them on out of the way because they're not playing. Etting played a little bit more in midfield, so we'll come on to him in a minute. Other than that, our defence is quite happy. He's young, so could do with being more experienced. But they're hitting the key headers. And interceptions. I don't know. Yeah, I've got an interception card up. No. Key tackles are high-ish. I don't know what they are compared to last season, but not too fussed. So let's have a look at our midfield. I think that covers everyone. No. Now it covers everyone. Forget Tete. Vigiver's probably going to leave. Well, I've missed them. Etting played a little bit. Decent little backup player. Not going to do a lot, but he's just a decent player to have in the team, really. And does well when called upon. Quite pleasing for him. Missed them. Donny van Beek. Midfield maestro. Our player that just sort of runs the midfield from the centre. Does everything else. Does well. 39 games he got this season. Just over a 7 average rating. He got 3 assists. 5 assists overall. He didn't get any goals this year. Did he get any last year? He got 5 last year, but I changed the system formation wise, and a little bit less of an impact this year, but still doing well. Still runs to show more, and very pleasing for him. Who else? Him. Klasan, his partner in crime in the middle, just excellent player. Key player for the team. 25, excellent player. Hopefully going to stay here for the foreseeable future. The favourite clubs, Ajax. Where did he start? He's been here his whole career so far. If he can carry on, he had 32 games, two more games, but less goals, but more assists. So again, equals out. 44 games all, 13 goals, 6 assists. That was last season. 52 games this year because of all the extra continental games. 9 goals, 8 assists, 5 player of the matches. So again, really good performance by him. It's not setting all the light in terms of high, massive average ratings, 15 goals from midfield, but we're chipping in goals left, right, and centre. We haven't got an out and out. We do have an out and out goal scorer, but we get goals from everyone. It's not just the one player scoring, which brings me on to Nunnally, our right winger, who looks a little bit bare in the technicals, but he does what he needs to do. He's up and down that right hand wing like a madman. Does everything. He got 9 assists, 7 goals in the league, 13 and 9 overall, and a 7.21 average rating overall. Very, very pleasing. In the league alone, he got 7.46. He started off the season with an injury though, which sort of set him back. How long was he out for? 3 weeks there, 4 weeks there. So he didn't really start his season till end of October. He missed the best part of 2 months. So once he got back in the team, he was doing well. But again, excellent player, going to be a future player to carry on the legacy of the club. So definitely looking forward to him. John came in this year, did okay. Didn't do outstanding, but I think he did decent, filled in quite well. Might have got him for 240k, might move him on, make a profit on him. He's about at 3.6. So they might move him on and get a good bit of money for him, but we'll see. In terms of our attacking mid spot, Nori was in and around the team. He's wanted by Palace, so I don't know if he's going to go or not. Because I got the 2 youngsters I've been playing near the end of the season that I'd rather give the game time to be honest. Okay, he's 21, he's got plenty of years ahead of him, but 7.13 average ratings, 7 assists, 4 goals, did quite well, really. And it'd be a shame to lose him, because, okay, all of our average ratings are lower this year, not really much I can do about that. Because I've got Topuk and Benninger, who have come in and done really well. Benninger's the one I'm comparing him more to, because he's the one who's been playing more. He's had 24 games, 4 goals, 4 assists, a 7 average rating, so decent for a 17-year-old. Definitely going to be carrying on. One sec. Right back on. My leg's gone cold. Yeah, he's the one I'm looking to take that spot and have it his own. He's contracted again till 2020 and 3-year extension, so him and Nori are sort of fighting for the same place, with Topuk, the backup to both of them, really looks pretty decent as well. He's definitely going to be one of the players to watch. Might get him out on loan next season to give him a full year of football. He's got 36 games in the Junior League, a 7.13, 7 assists, 6 goals. So we can definitely find the back of the net when needed. Who else do we have? Souza had quite a few games. He got 29. Again, pretty decent, really. Done quite well. Not outstanding. Didn't notice him as much in some games. He scored some vital goals, but again, he's wanted. And he's had a better season than last, but he just only popped up here and there, which gave us a couple of good wins that we needed. But other than that, he's not really done a lot. I think the only two players we're missing is Cliver and Robin. Cliver, again, growing young. His determination is the thing that's flown up since his tutoring of Robin, and really done well. Hopefully he can keep improving. Again, 36 games, 9 goals, 6 assists, 7.02 average rating. Really decent season from him. Last year was sort of his in and out, or last season was in and out season, and this year he's done well. He was in the reserve team because he pissed me off end of last season, so I've got to take him out when I started this season. But he came as the first team. He's just been doing really well. Very pleasing for him. And his mentor, Robin, came in January. 17 games, 6.9 average rating. Not had the impact I was expecting, to be honest. It was a little bit lackluster in games, and some he just vanished. Okay, we spent 650k on him. We might get some of that back. We might just keep him to tutor some of the other players, but I was expecting more from him. I'm hoping next season, if he doesn't go, him to have a half decent season, at least chip in with some more goals at least. But overall, our midfield is quite solid. It's definitely sorted for the future in Topic, Benninger, Van Beek are definitely the ones I'll be keeping an eye on. I don't think I bought in any midfielders in the youth intake, did I? I don't know, we'll check after. Which leaves us to the attackers, which are mainly Huntelaar and Zivkovic. Zivkovic is up and down. He got, after January, he just got deterred because of all the attention he was getting and me refusing. But he's got, no, he doesn't have a buyout in his contract. He's got 2 years left, so either I'll have to get, is he happy? Can I get him on a new deal? There's the close to an option. Okay, right, let's see if we can get him on a new deal while we're at it. Right, he wants a wage rise, that's fine, we'll definitely give him that. Yearly, seasonal landmark, wage, no, you can get rid of that, you're not having that, you can keep those. You scored more than that anyway, so let's give you a 5-year deal. On a 5-year deal, you want at least 20 goals and 29k. Okay, he's happy with that. Let's get him on the 5-year deal. There's no buyout fees. That's fine. Happy with that. Not too fussed. Yeah, he's had a decent season, but after January it just went downhill with all the interest. But he still finished the season off well. 18 goals in the league over 28 appearances, 29 and 39 overall, 7.1 average rating. So that's a decent season from him. Not as prolific as last season, where he got 20 and 31. Okay, he played 3 less games, but if you played through those 3 games, he might have even matched that, to be fair. So yeah, did pretty well. Huntelaar came in and was sort of backup to him. He's actually quite decent. 8 goals and 10 starts, 13 subs, 12 in 19 overall. Pretty decent for a backup. And going to be probably winding down, give him some less football this year, and just see what we can do. Hopefully get him in on the backroom staff. He's got more for us than this season he did in Shackle for their season, so not bad, quite pleasing. So I think that's about it in terms of the current squad. Youth, we've got quite a lot of decent players. Sims I've gone through, Topuk looked at, definitely one to watch. Herman Boggers, again, his arrows are going down, but I think he's just come back from an injury. Who wants him? He's wanted by Arsenal again. Go away. He's on a contract. He will go out on loan, but he's a decent player. 12 and 22 in the Junior League, 7 average rating. Definitely one I'm going to be training for the next couple of seasons. And if I get him out another team or keep him on a reserve team, see how he goes there, and really try and push him on. Because if he's wanted by Arsenal, he's going to be a good player, and Arsenal are not buying anyone off us. I'm refusing to sell to them, and so far the board's not undermined me, which is a good thing, because I would be very pissed off if they decide to sell someone. The rest of these aren't really ones I want to watch too much. There's a couple of players I brought in, like Donker came in end of last season, a youth player. And Williams, again, he looks like he can be half decent, not going to be set the world alight, but and again, you never know. So it's just flicking to under 19s. Again, we've got a couple of decent ones. We've already seen Farkas. He's already there. No, they've not come in yet. I'm thinking, well, they're not here yet. In terms of our youth players that came in, there wasn't any. The only ones really stood out was that goalkeeper, Shim. I might just bury Shim. I don't know. It might just be Berry the way it's going, but in terms of transfers in, we've got 2 players joining us, youth players, one coming from PSV and one coming from Vitesse again, so we're nicking players off them left, right and centre. First one, we'll start with the Vitesse player. Centre back again. He looks pretty decent. Definitely going to improve him, hopefully. His determination could go up. Definitely get him tutored by someone with high determination. Hopefully push that to 14 or so over the season. So quite happy with that, if we can do that. Again, decent little right back, centre back. So see how he goes. And Leo Vidne actually looks even better. Heading 16, marking 13, tackling 10 already at 16. Determination, we can push that up a little bit. Positioning can go up, vision, get some of those up. All going well. Sort of slipped this, which I didn't realise, or he's must have only just done it. So that's a little bit frustrating, but get him back to fitness, get him tutored, get him in the Junior League, get him out on loan or something, get him first team football, get him improved, and hopefully break into our first team in the next 3 or 4 seasons. So I think that's really about it. I don't want to push this on too far, otherwise we're going to be into the 40-minute mark otherwise. In terms of other cups, let's have a quick look at the leagues that we got in. Eredivisie, don't want the preview. We've won. PSV are coming into the Champions League. Utrecht, I think there's one of these teams coming in as well, just don't know which one yet. In terms of, where is it? Leagues in Focus is probably going to be the best one. Liga Santander, Athletic won theirs. Premier League, Arsenal won it with 100 points. Ligue 1 is in the playoff stages. PSG won theirs, 102 points. Serie A, Juventus won. Bundesliga, who's won that one? Bayern Munich must have won on goal difference. Yes, won on goal difference over Cologne. Gutted for them. Hamburg, Dortmund. Nothing really too drastic there, but Cologne up there doing really well. Hamburg, Dortmund aren't as hard as I expected, but very closely the German one. Who else do we have below? I think that's going to be it in terms of the main ones. Champions League. If we go league table, no. let's just type it in. There we go. Champions League is being played. Faced off with Barcelona and Napoli. They're doing well. And whereas who was in the semis? Arsenal lost to Barcelona, and Benfica lost to Napoli, who beat us to get that. They got to the semi-final, so that's pretty decent. Quite pleasing that they got that far. So Europa League, Tottenham beat Lyon, who we lost to. So we would have got Tottenham in the final. Who they beat Bournemouth in the end, but it would have been a tough game for sure. So I think we're just going to leave it off there, guys. So if you have enjoyed, smash the like, smash the subscribe button. I'll see you next episode for the start of the 3rd season and the transfer special. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.